for the longest time in South Africa, the citizens have been lied to by prominent politicians, by the government, and by just mainstream media, making them to believe that the reason why they are unemployed is because foreigners are taking their jobs. And that's a lie. That's not the truth. The truth of the matter is that foreigners are not taking any jobs from South Africans. The truth is that there is no jobs in South Africa. The government is not creating more jobs. In fact, it's destroying more jobs. People are being retrenched as we speak. People are losing jobs as we speak. And not because foreigners are taking those jobs. It's because there is no creation of jobs. And I have a clip of Julius Malema explaining. And I believe and I thank him for not backing down on this conversation about foreigners taking jobs. And I want you guys to listen to him to understand the reason why he believes foreigners are not taking any jobs from South Africans. If you don't believe me, take a listen. Thank you very much.
You are saying these people are coming to take jobs. Which jobs are you talking about? Because there are no jobs that South Africans are accepting which are a reflection of slavery. These people are being enslaved here in South Africa. And when you say they've taken South Africans' jobs, you are saying South Africans must be enslaved. These are not jobs. These are slaves' jobs, which South Africans don't want to work abnormal hours, to work under difficult conditions, and don't get paid, and don't have rights. So, no South African wants that. At the level where it's a required skill, South Africa makes it very clear that we must give preference to South Africans who've got the similar requirement. Unless we don't have artisans, then we go and fetch from other countries. We're going to chase these people out of South Africa. Tomorrow, the whole plumbing system and sewer system of South Africa will go into a blockade and will not be in a position to help ourselves because we don't have artisans.
Yeah.
The whole of South Africa will go into electricity crisis because you chased away the electricians.
But we do have South African plumbers and South African electricians.
But they are not enough. They can't meet the demand. It's like saying we produce chicken in South Africa, therefore we can't take chicken from South Africa. We don't produce to the capacity of the demand of South Africa. So all I'm saying is, where a job is given, a South African with same qualifications should be given a preference. We cannot prefer a person who's not a South African to the one that is going to pay tax in South Africa. And that is not what we are dealing with. I want you to present any stats to me that says if we deport these foreigners, so many jobs are going to be created. Look at what's happening in education. We are retrenching educators. Not because foreigners have taken the positions of educators. We don't have the political will to sustain those jobs. As a result, they're going to be lost. Not because of any foreigner. The steel factories have closed down, not because of any foreigner. The infrastructure in South Africa is decaying because there is no leadership that wants to look after that. It's not a foreigner. Manufacturing, which used to be the biggest contributor to our GDP, it is actually being replaced by finance, which doesn't create a lot of job opportunities for our people. But you know that if you go into manufacturing, you are going to create a lot of jobs. A factory, manufacturing used to account for thousands of jobs, more than 150,000 jobs in manufacturing alone. Today you can't count more than 80,000 of jobs in manufacturing. So you can't say the foreigners have actually, the jobs are still, the 150,000 of them, the foreigners have taken them. No, the factories have closed down and jobs were lost, not because foreigners came in, but because the financial sector has overtaken manufacturing and financial sector does not want to deal with industrialization, anything long term, the financial sector does not want to support it. Why? Because they deal with hot money. They deal with what short-term investment, and they don't want anything to do with long-term investment.